Okay, now we are now live. Get rid of that. It is Sunday, 1 o'clock, October the 17th. We are at the moment I'm using StreamYard, and I'm planning on I'm going to use another broadcaster to see how a stream broadcaster to see how it works. One I've never heard of. So we'll see what we get out of that. If you're just popping into the live as incognito, just say hi anyway, just so I can see that you're in there. Oh, hey, hi, Camper Vanatic. It looks like you're the only one present at the moment. I'm usually on Sundays, right after Marshall, Nomadic Adventure, but he must be traveling or something. He wasn't on earlier at noon. I looked for his live stream, wasn't on. So I don't know what happened there. What's the matter? Did you finally get a Sunday off? And here I am, sort of, well, not sort of, but retired, but not working, not doing anything, and I still can't find time to do certain things. And yesterday, for 2 days now, not yesterday, day before, I went from Medicine Hat here to Waterton Park, and I didn't realize they were closed. And it's like from Medicine Hat, it's past Fort McLeod. It's like a long way away for just an afternoon drive. And so they were closed. You could still go in, but I decided to head back, and I came back a different way. Tried to make it back to Robsart way, down that way, go to Orion, a couple places there. So I stayed at Orion overnight. So I spent 2 days traveling and never got to see anything. I've videoed a little bit of the town of Orion and a couple other small towns I went through, but that was about it. Yeah, the nice thing about the southern states there is they can travel all year round down there. I mean, it's nice and warm. They just stay in the warm states, traveling around, having meetings and stuff. Can't quite do that here. Yeah, I'm thinking Marshall is probably on the road somewhere. And Tim, Mobang for your bucks, he's probably on the road there somewhere also. Oh, not babysitting today. Okay. Free day off. Now, somehow, about a week ago, I heard a little mouse in here chewing on something. And it got pretty cold a couple nights, and I haven't heard him since. So maybe he curled up on a little ball somewhere and died frozen, which is not good. I have to find out where he is. Yeah, at least I got out of town. And it was really nice and warm, too. Yesterday was really warm. Today is really warm again. It's 28 degrees in here already. Well, it's 1 o'clock, just after 1. But yeah, I did get away. And then I went from here all the way to, like I said, Waterton Park. But I started off with not a full tank of fuel, and then I get to the park entrance, and I'm just about on fumes when I get there. I said I needed to get gas, and the nearest place is Mountain View, which was, I don't know, 20 kilometers back. So, oh no! I wish it's that warm in Canada. Yeah, I don't know. I think it all depends on where you go in Canada. Probably Vancouver is probably the warmest place to go. Yeah. Jeff is heading. Where was he? I don't even. I don't follow him, so I don't even know where he was or what have you. There's Do you know? Let me just see what's their name now. Justin and Christina. Uh, they're from Montreal. They're going to Vancouver in December. And anybody from the east going to Vancouver has got to pass through Medicine Hat. There's no other way. That's where the highway split, Highway 1 and 3. So they got to come through Medicine Hat. So they said they might stop in. I don't know if I'm going to be here. I'm just waiting till the end of October. Making my decision yet. I wish it's that warm in Canada. Yeah. In I don't know where are you from there? No. Um, Vancouver very rarely gets like below zero. Cornwall, Ontario. Holy smokes. I think that's where, well, I'm not too sure, but that's where Chrome got his van, something in his van done. So that's why Jeffy Bear went there. Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be too. They had him. He made his trip out there for some other reasons, also. Yeah, cool. So, I was watching. Who the heck was I watching live the other day here? It was pretty interesting. And I see Cats and Ants are on, or they were on just before I came on, so I don't know if they were a Filipino couple. Most of the times their lives are in Filipino language, but they have like comedy acts and they sing and um, they chat and stuff. It's not too bad, pretty good. So, oh no, I don't think I've ever been to Cornwall, Ontario. I've been when I went back. I just stayed mostly. Well, I don't know if there's this Thunder Bay. I think is where the highway splits there again. You can go north or you can go south. I don't know where Cornwall is exactly. I just don't remember bumping into Cornwall at all. Well, hello there, Kenneth. How are you doing this fine day? It's a beautiful day here. We're just having a simple. There's Michael McReynolds. Hello, man. How you doing? I'm great. Well, as good as a 69-year-old man can be, I guess. I don't know how you do it there, Kenny. You were up pretty late last night. I couldn't do it. I have to get my beauty sleep. And then I bumped into what's her channel name? Loves You. Yeah, she's 14 hours behind me, so no wonder. Like right now, it's 3 o'clock in the morning there. So, and I did pop up yesterday, last night. I did pop up last night, and I had a quizzes game wanting to start, but nobody. At first, there wasn't enough popped in to play it. But what I've got it figured out now is, I think the quiz I had set up was for just fun stuff or symbols. That's what it was, symbols. And it was from grade 9 and up, so it wasn't like kindergarten stuff. And it should read out loud the question and then all the answers too. It should read it out loud for you. So Cornwall is in southern Ontario. Oh, okay, southern, yeah. Right on. Yeah, it's a lot of typing. I don't like typing if I can help it. So it's at least it's not raining. Nice and hot, nice and sunny. Well, outside temperature is 26 for all us Celsius people. I don't convert, so I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. I don't even know how to convert. When they changed, I didn't know we converted in Canada that long ago. It was a long time ago already. When they first converted to Celsius here in Canada, I think everybody thought, well, oh, now we got to convert it to Fahrenheit so we know what the real temperature is. And Celsius is more accurate numbers than Fahrenheit, anyways, to use. But so we were always trying to convert. And after a while, the converting you just forget about converting, like forget it. You begin to understand what 10 degrees, 15, 20, 25 degrees is. Yeah, I'm in Medicine Hat at the moment, sitting at the Medicine Hat Mall area. But I think a lot of Canadians still use inches and feet and miles instead of kilometers. I mean, yeah, sure, people, if you tell me it's 100 kilometers, I mean, I don't know how many miles that is, but if you tell me it's 100 miles, you see, it's weird. But all tape measures that I use, or when I speak in inches and feet, it's not in metric, like millimeters, centimeters, meters, and stuff. That's where I have a problem. If you tell me it's 4 meters away, I'll have to think about how many feet that is. Yeah, well, when you go to metric, everything, the Celsius, the meters, when you go to that, it's much more precise than the other way, because it's like, and it's so simple, like it's in tens. 10 millimeters makes a centimeter. 10 centimeters makes a decimeter. 10 decimeters makes a meter. 10 meters, it's 10 by tens, so it's so easy. And a millimeter is a finer adjustment than, well, like quarter inch, 16th of an inch, eighth of an inch, 1/32nd of an inch. Like, as far as temperature goes, I don't even know what the temperature is in Fahrenheit. I just know it in Celsius. I know it. Like, if it's 30, it's hot. I don't know. I just don't convert it. So I just don't. I don't have to know what it is in Fahrenheit. And why is it in Fahrenheit like 32 is freezing? How come not zero like Celsius is? Like, it seems so weird. So there you go. 32 above is like freezing. So that's zero. So if it's 10 Celsius, that's well, it's 32 plus the 10. So, anyways, yeah, I do both too. I kind of do both. Yeah, me as well. Through a phone. I'm not tagging everyone. Oh, you're on the phone today, so you don't have a live guest on. Excuse me. I think after my stream today, I better get into doing some laundry. I've been in and out of town so much that I haven't had time. And I've been trying to find like smaller towns, ghost towns, and things like that. So, and I think if you just drive on the prairie, you'll find any town you come across is nearly a ghost town. And I sure was. I was following. I had to go maybe 30, maybe 40 kilometers of gravel road yesterday just to go from one place to the other, and there was no wind, and the highway was, or the road was straight, and there was a truck in front of me traveling at such a slow speed, I couldn't even get up close to him to see him because the dust was so thick, that I couldn't even get close enough, and I was, afraid somebody else is coming in front of me. Although you could see a long way ahead of you, somebody coming, dust would be flying, so you could see it. But so anyway, I didn't know where he was on the road. So finally, he had come to almost a stop. He was going maybe 20 kilometers an hour. I zipped past him and I said, "Well, you're going to eat my dust now for however long." So he was behind me. I made sure I created a lot of dust. It wasn't flying off the road either. It was just staying right on the road. Not good for your vehicle. Have all that dust being sucked in, and you might as well change your air filter when you get to the end. So as sometimes, I forget what his name is, comes in incognito. I see Michael McReynolds popped in. Fordman, he's probably still sitting in the background. Who else was in here? Loves You came in really late, I guess, or yesterday. Popped in and said hi. Said it was going to be too late. So, and then somebody knows. I don't know who that is. That's a new person to me. No. Hello, Fordman. Yes. You had what's this here? Let me just see here. We had some weird weather. Oh, really? It was snow. Wow. Forest fires, whatever. East of Saskatoon. Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a forest fires over there east of Saskatoon. But snow. Oh, no. I'm hoping the mountains are going to be good in the end of October here if I decide to go back. I hope the mountains are clear. I got tires for it. I got the mud and snow, the M&S on my tires, so I got the right ones. Or I don't have a snowflake, but it's either one of those two. They'll be okay. My tread might not be the greatest. It's been 3 years of, well, what did I put on this vehicle? I bought it when it was 150, and it's got 210, so it's about 60,000 kilometers I put on. In 3 years, 20,000 a year. That's not too bad even. But somewhere, even down south in some state somewhere, they had blizzard was going to threatening their cattle or their ranch or something. Wyoming? I don't know where that was. I can't remember, but snow blizzard in October. Holy. Cashew nuts. That's what I'm eating. Cashews are grown above ground, aren't they? They're not like peanuts, are they? Oh, wow. Hudson Bay area. Wow. The fur trading capital used to be. Rattle, 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 rattle. Okay, so laundry this afternoon got to be done. I got a whole pile here. And I'm hoping that poor little mouse that isn't in there somewhere. Number one is got some closures around around Golden. No, not Golden. Around, gee, I can't remember where. You have to go around. It takes you an extra hour to go. Yeah, you can go around the highway. The highway's closed both ways there. Major construction. And yet, if I go on my GPS and say from Medicine Hat to Vancouver, it picks Highway 1 because I'm telling it to pick the shortest route. So Highway 1 is shorter than going Highway 3. But I don't mind Highway 3 myself either. It's very scenic. I only drive during the day. No nighttime driving. Although, believe it or not, when I was younger, in my 20s, when I lived in Vancouver, driving in the mountains, to me, was more safe to drive at night than in the day. Because every corner that you came to, you could see the headlights of the other vehicle coming around, like around the corners and stuff before you. Here in the daylight, you don't get to see the vehicle until you're, at the corner. So, anyway, but my eyes are old, and my headlights are not the greatest. So I only like to drive in the daytime. And then I usually don't like to drive any longer than. How come my head's a bobbing, swinging my foot? I only like to drive like a couple hours, 3 hours at the most, from one place to the next, and then stop there for the night and go again. Usually, when I'm going through BC, because you're going over the mountains, it's a little bit chillier, So I try to hurry across. I maybe don't want to make it in one, like 2 days overnight. I'll make 2 nights. Oh, did you go Highway 1 all the way in the summer? Was it okay then when you went through, or what? But I just looked it up. And before I go back, I'm going to look up the weather conditions and road conditions and make sure. Because Highway 1 was, when I came from Vancouver to here, I came on Highway 1. And it was pretty bad in some places there. I'll tell you, there was one spot, there wasn't just like a bump. It was like a nice divot. And then when you go up the other side, I'll bet you my van came off 4 wheels off the ground. It was that bumpy. Maybe that's the area. These are, there you go, Kenneth. These are called, oh, you probably won't focus in. Roasted and salted cashews. On a scale of 1 to 10, these ones are not a 10 though. I don't know why. I think I like them more roasted. These are called Compliment cashews, which is a brand name of some store that has their own brand name. Like Walmart has their own brand name. But they're not bad. I just don't know where cashews are, where they're grown, above ground or below ground. Like a peanut is in the ground. Hazelnut and all those are above ground. You don't know if you want to go Highway 3, but Highway 3 with your vehicle, there'd be absolutely no problem whatsoever. It's a longer route, Yeah, I forget how many hours it is to Vancouver. Anywhere from 13 to 16 hours or something like that. When I was young, I used to drive all the way there. Like you get up real early in the morning and you start, and away you go. You traveled home on you traveled home on Highway 3. Oh, okay. On Highway 1, I just don't remember. There are places, yes, where it's quite long up and down. The Coquihalla Highway is really bad for that. It's long ways to go from here to Vancouver. It's up for kilometers, a long ways. You're not steep, but you're going up all the time. So your engine's always. And Highway 3 though has one spot where it's 17 kilometers uh, up. So you've got to know how to drive your vehicle properly going up, what gear to be in, not to push. Your vehicle's different than mine would be. You can just drive up them, no problem. Going down, um, there again, you don't want to ride your brakes all the way down. You want to start out slowly and just let it. If it's too steep and too fast, you want to make sure you get down into first gear or what have you, and then just pump the brakes, like not continuously, but let it glide for a while, and then apply your brakes. Uh, One lady was on that hill there. She gets to the bottom. She says, "There's smoke coming from under my vehicle." It was her brakes. She just leaned on the brakes too hard all the way. You're going to burn them up. Oh, they are above ground, probably in a hard shell, I suppose. So one thing I don't like is raw cashews, like no salt, no not roasted, nothing, just your raw ones, which you can buy at it's called Nutters. I don't know if you have a Nutters in the U.S. store that has like bulk peanuts, bulk cashews, bulk this, bulk that, and you just fill up your bag with however much you want. And just because it's called Nutters doesn't mean it has nuts. They have everything, right from like, I don't know, chocolates, powdered milk, honey, like all kinds of things that you could get like that. No fruit, no vegetables, stuff like that. But anyways, they're growing above ground, eh? Oh, I did not know. I like cashews, and these ones, I'm not supposed to have a lot of oil and fat, and nuts. Nuts are loaded with fat. This one here has 24 grams. That's a lot. A lot of fat, and that's for a third of a cup. Wow. Sodium 80 milligrams. Yeah. 32% fat, though. Wow, these are not helping my diabetes at all. If you're a diabetic and you understand why why your cells are not getting the sugar into them, is because of the fat is in the cells, or blocking the insulin from opening the door for the glucose. So, and fat does that. You should try to avoid fat completely. But I love peanuts. And that's the thing with diabetes. You can sit here and I can say, "Oh, I love this, I love that." And you take pills, and because your blood sugar is going up, and maybe your blood pressure is too high. You got to take pills for that, and you don't really feel it until years go by. Lots of years go by, and then all of a sudden, your organs are failing. My aunt just died on October the 3rd. more than likely of diabetes complications. So did my father. They were both in their 80s, though. So, hi, Nick, from Traveling with Nick P. I didn't know what. Hey, what do you know? He remembered my name. I'm usually pretty bad with names. My vehicle didn't seem. Wait a minute. What did my vehicle didn't seem as easy to go uphill? Well, I mean, what is it? It's probably a 4-cylinder, or I don't know. What are those size engines are in those things? You got to understand that maybe if it is a 6-cylinder, I'm not too sure, but it doesn't have the power my van would have. But still, I have a great big huge metal box that I'm trying to get up the hill too, and I'm trying to push air up that same hill. So I would just, yeah, Highway 1 is better for the ups and downs things, although you have to get over the mountains. So you have to get up and over those, and I think Highway 1 is probably the easiest route that way to go, I would think. And then, like I said, if you're going up to the Coquihalla Highway, yeah, you can go 120 clicks, and I think it's a divided highway, 2-3 lanes this way, 2-4, I don't know how many lanes, and 120 clicks. But there's a long stretch of just not very steep, but steep enough for you to keep your engine like just revved right up trying to get up this hill. Oh, camper van, sorry to hear that. Oh, my aunt. Oh, okay. Yeah, she just passed away on October 3rd here. And she was not originally from Paul, Mr. Wakey RC. Evening, all. How you doing there, buddy? You always say She used to live at one time in Climax. So near the end of September, I went to Climax, and I was talking on there saying that my aunt used to live here, and I want to take it back to Medicine Hat and show her the video, and maybe she'll recognize some places where she used to live and what have you. Then I get back here, and it was like, the 1st of October. Well, she's already in the hospital by this time. Her boys didn't even contact me or say anything until she passed away. Then he phones me and says she's passed away yesterday, which was the 4th. She passed away on the 3rd. So anyway, I put this video out about Climax on YouTube, and I was going to show her that, and then I find out she'd passed away, so I didn't even get to show her that. Yeah, good on gas. That's important. That's for sure. Especially now, it's $1.46 Canadian, $1.46 here in Medicine Hat. It's probably, I don't know for sure, but it's probably $1.60 something in Vancouver. So it's always 20% or 20 cents higher than here. And even when I went across the prairies yesterday, it was $1. It was more than it was here, like a few pennies, but it was more than it was here. Quick visit. Oh, whoops. It's all the truckers on number 1. Yeah. Well, okay. When you drive down Highway 1, how many of those things do you see that they're called runaways, where a trucker would run out of control, no brakes, and he runs up the side of this side mountain. You can swerve off and go up the side of this mountain. That's for, I don't know how many of those are on Highway 1, but there's lots of those on Highway 3, which means it's quite up and down on Highway 3. I think a lot of big problems with a lot of truckers is they go so fast sometimes. Like I just go whatever, like the limit or below, and I just stay that way. If they want to go past, they can go past, and all the truckers pass you. So thanks for stopping in there, Paul. Most importantly, to stay away from high carbs, high carb foods like potatoes and pasta and bread and etc. It's all on the. Okay, what's this one mean? One. Oh, 143. Oh, I think it's more than here. It's like 145 or 146, something like that. Usually, Medicine Hat and Calgary are usually the lowest because they're just like they call them the oil, the gas. Medicine Hat is called the gas city, not for that kind of fuel. We're known for the gas city because of the what do you call that fuel for burning in your furnace? I can't pronounce that. Syrica. Let me just see. Hang on. Don't tell me. Oh man. Oh wow. I guess I don't have. Usually I write everybody's name down, so I'm not good at names. You see, I think your psyche tells you. I keep saying I'm not good at names, and so what? You're not good at names. But I thought I had you in here. Syrica 97. I don't know how to say that. Hello, thanks for coming in. No, I'm not saying number one safer. I'm saying number one has those runaway things, which means they put them there for a reason. They put them there for truckers to go up. Well, anybody, I guess that's lost control on the downward hill. You go up that thing, that'll stop you right quick, like. But there's a lot of those on Highway 3, which means Highway 3 has more ups and downs in it. So if there are any truckers on Highway 3, they have a safety to go off. Whereas there is probably some of those on Highway 1 somewheres along the way. Highway 1 is probably not as much up and down traffic. Highway 3 is probably more scenic if you want to look at the forest as you're driving by. Yes, and hello, gee. I do have you on my list. I do. But Z. XYZ. Yeah. I don't know. I guess you just gotta sort of pick a direction, pick a way, and away you go. I don't know. If you're looking for, well, see there again, you go through. Well, both highways have really uh, cliffs, like jagged mountain areas in them. But maybe the towns and cities that you come across, if you're inclined to stop here and there and look like Frank Slide, unless you're just zipping through, or Frank Slide is pretty close. You still have the opportunity. You could go Highway 3 all the way to, well, by then you're coming out of the mountains for through Rock Creek, where Eddie and Monica live. Then you go up Highway 30 or 33 or whatever it is to Kelowna. And then you can go Highway 1 all the way, the rest of the way if you like, or whatever. But we used to make big trips, Highway 1 to Kelowna, and then Highway 3 back, or Highway 3 to Kelowna and Highway 1 back. It's a nice turning around area there. Oh yeah, Highway 3, yeah. It's got more Crow's Nest Pass area, yeah. I don't know if I was allowed to take my drone up at the Frank Slide. Like, you're not supposed to take it up in provincial parks and things like that, but I did anyway. And I took it up on the rocks. Man, when you're up high, well, you look up at the mountain. I don't know. Most people have seen Frank Slide. When you look up at the mountain and you see the amount that's missing up there, you don't know what it should have looked like before it happened. But just the amount when you turn around and you can't see it from the highway. So that's why the drone was nice. I took the drone up and looked the opposite direction from the mountain. That rock went a long ways in there, just rumbling down and all the way. That must have been like, I don't know if they're the people, and it happened at nighttime too. Man, imagine they probably thought it was an earthquake or something at first, or I don't know. And then they said they found the baby, like on top of the rocks somewhere. Other people survived too, but very strange. Wouldn't want to go through that, that's for sure. And when you do look up at the mountain still, it's been how long ago has that happened? And even the trees aren't even, they're very, very, very tiny at the bottom, trying to make a comeback, I guess. It's take a long time. Yet the creek at the bottom of the mountain is still running through there. Water will always find its way through somehow. But yeah, there's always nice little places to go through, going through BC. It's not quite the same as on the prairies. Like on the prairies, what is it, especially in Alberta, when you're going down the highway, every mile, I think there's a turn-off road. And then the prairies are divided up 1 mile sections all the way. And you can't do that in BC when you're traveling down the highway. There's only turn-off roads when they want to do some logging. You go down a log road. So there's not many turn-offs to go and explore or get lost in to see where you're going, because here on the prairies, it's pretty hard to get lost. You could take any dirt road you want and keep going until you think, turn here, turn there, turn anywhere, until you think you're lost. And then you just follow any road. You're going to come across a road that has, you're facing a stop sign. Out in the middle of the prairie, there's a stop sign. It's the reason that it's out there is if you now turn left or right at that stop sign, that'll take you to a major highway. So it's so easy to find your way back to a highway. I'm all out of drinks. I should have had a coffee going. I had a Tim Hortons iced coffee. I'm all out. I should have had another coffee going here. And wow, hey, it's 15 minutes since I've been on. Obviously, I do all the talking, so I can't hear anybody else. So let me just look back here and find out. I am, like I said, I don't play any instruments at all, so I can't make any music. Oh, okay. The first year I went to BC, the fires were so bad that I couldn't see the flames, but the smoke was so thick. And then right at Vancouver, when you went down to Spanish Banks to the where all the ships come in there, uh, anytime it could be foggy and you can see the other side. But then when the smoke was in the air, you couldn't even see the other side. You couldn't even see the ship. There's usually 10 to 15, 20 ships, big freighters out in the bay there, waiting to either dock or unload and head back. And sometimes you could only see one or two, just a few, like a little ways out. Otherwise, you couldn't even see. It was so, but you couldn't really smell it too bad, which is strange. You couldn't smell the smoke. Just a lot. This looked like it was like didn't look foggy. It looked smoky, but it was kind of a whitish color. It wasn't like black smoke or anything like that. But and that was at that time there was I don't know 600 fires in BC or something. That was 2 years ago. They have fires every year, so underway live in 10 minutes. RV underway. Okay, we should do that, Kenneth. We should raid RV underway. I'm gonna have to log that link there in 10 minutes. That'd be good. Okay, sometimes it looks like my video is off. Last night when I came on, it was just relying on I don't know. I had one tiny little LED light, so you could hardly see my face. And now I'm trying to get this other stream program working, broadcaster, and now I find out. Oh, I have problems which I didn't know I had before. I have three. I have three Google YouTube accounts, and when I log this new, every time it's got Nomadic Vanman, it's got everything the way it should be, my email address, everything. Yet when I log into there with that program, it it's one of um, my other accounts, so I can't even go live with it. It doesn't work. It goes live with that other, but there's no subscribers. I'm not subscribed to anyone with those or nothing. The fire situation sometimes makes me want to move back. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I know what you meant. Move back east. Yeah, because what then you said you're from like Ontario or someplace or Montreal or I don't know where you said you were originally. Yeah. Well, if you're in the forest and there's a forest fire, like you said, there's not many roads to find your way out. Not like I said on the prairie here. It's pretty hard to get a fire on the prairie. They do get prairie fires, and when it's windy, they blow, but they can be devastating, especially if they hit uh, farmyard like dwellings, towns, and farms. So, okay, anybody that's interested, that's here in this stream here. If you're interested on, there's a link. Kenneth has posted the link for a raid on the RV Underway. You were staying at a place near Kamloops this past summer, and we almost had to evacuate one night. Oh, yeah. I think it was near there, Kamloops. It was amazing. Van City Van Life Chrome just happened to be right near somewhere there where they had 7 helicopters parked for the night. They landed them. They're all just sitting there. He was videoing them there. They would pick up water during the day and then out over the fires. So yeah, that was close around that area. Amazing. Oh, She Devil, Tommy's in the house. Hello, hello. Well, unfortunately, oh yeah, okay, yeah, now I remember. We're just about to do a raid on RV Underway. They're on in 3 minutes, and I was just about to shut down, and we're going to go over and raid those. I don't know if I can make it right away. I got to shut this one channel down. I got 3 channels. Didn't even know I had them. They got 0 of everything, just my name. And then this broadcasting software is trying to use those instead of my real one. Oh, no problem. This was just a simple chat today. There was nothing special. There was no raid from anywhere. We just did I just popped up questions and answers in the chat here. So no big deal, but we are going to send off if anybody does go over to the RV Underway, just mention when you go there, just say, hey, you're raiding from Nomadic Vanman. I mean, they know me, and I am subscribed. So yeah, a desert. Yeah, actually, Medicine Hat is considered not Medicine Hat itself, but Suffield, where the British Army goes. Well, Medicine Hat too. They're considered a desert area, meaning the evaporation happens to be more than the rainfall per year or something. So, and there is the link, guys, and they'll be up in 1.5 minutes. So I just want to thank each and every one of you that did make it here today. It wasn't just a real pop-up. It was the Sunday Fun Day, but I kind of named it different, like coffee time chat. Come in and just sit and relax for a while and not be pushed into, I don't know, whatever. I can't play music for you. I don't have a guitar or anything. So, well, thank you, Kenneth. Appreciate you popping in as usual. And everybody, pop over to RV Underway and tell them Wayne, Nomadic Vanman, sent you. Thank you guys for all popping in. You have a great Sunday. Stay nomadic outlaws, everybody. Be cool.